Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Pastor Greg Pupa here to give you a devotion. But before I do that, I wanted to share just a quick announcement with you, and that is coming up very soon, a couple weeks from now. September 12th is kind of a big day to put on your calendar. That's the day that we change our worship time on Sunday morning. We still have our very early service at 7:45, but then on that day, we are going to have our family Bible class time. So that begins around 9:10 and we'll go to about 10:10 or so, 10:15. And then our second service then is at 10:30 as opposed to what it's been at 9:30 during the summer months. So please do mark that on your calendar. Also keep track of that Bible class time that you have an invitation for you and your entire family to come. And there will be classes for everyone to attend, including the young kids up till 8th grade will be in what's called Faith Quest, and that's our Sunday school program. I invite you to bring your children to come to that so that it can be a successful Sunday school program. Also, still looking for people to help out with that program. I have a training seminar coming up this Sunday and next Sunday, both after the Sunday services. So immediately following the service, I'll have a training session for you. It won't take that long, but at least then you will know what to expect. So if you're not quite sure if you want to help out, I would encourage you to come and you can make your decision then. And when we look at our lives, and we know a couple things. One, our lives are sometimes filled with problems or stress or trials or tribulations. And two, our God has all power to do anything that he wants. And a lot of times we were wondering, okay, God, if you can do all things and have all power to do anything you want, then why don't you take care of all of these? I get it. I've been there. Does that mean that God doesn't love us? Or he doesn't care? Or he's not listening to our prayers? Or maybe that he doesn't have all power to do that? No. But does that mean that God should always take those problems away? You know, I never knew what stress or pain or worry truly was until I became a dad. I remember growing up and my parents had a curfew for us, and they would tell us to come into their bedroom to let us know that they were there, that we were home every single time we were out up to our curfew. Why would they want us to do that? Why couldn't we just come home when our curfew was and go right to bed? Now I understand. They couldn't sleep until they knew that we were safely home. I never knew what stress or worry, anxiety, you can fill in the blank was until I became a dad. When your children become sick, they may be in pain, but you feel that pain too. Or when something happens to them at school, or maybe when they're playing with their friends, or whatever it might be, that stress, that worry, and anxiety lands on you as a parent because you love them and you want to see nothing bad happen to them. Now, why I bring this up, I'm going to go back to what I started out with, talking about all the problems and the stress and the trials and tribulations, and then our God who can do all things, and we try to put them together and say, okay, God, you can do all things, take it all away. That's the way I know that you're listening. That's the way I know that you care. And then I read this Bible passage. I'm going to read to you from the Evangelical Heritage Version. It's Psalm 68, verse 19. And David, the psalmist, he writes these words: "Blessed be the Lord. Day by day, he bears our burdens. He is the God who saves us." God's our Father. And you think about that and how much he must feel. It's not like God is a God that is separate, or that he is far away or distant from us, that he doesn't understand what we're going through. No, God knows exactly what we're going through. God is a God of emotion. God knows what you're going through. And after all, he carries your burdens, every one, day by day. He doesn't have a day off. He doesn't even have an hour or a second off. He carries every single one of your burdens that you bring to him. Now, I get it, that there are some times that he takes care of that. You pray, God, take this away, and he says, okay, I will. And there are other times where he allows it to continue. Does that mean he doesn't have power over that? No. Does that mean he doesn't care about you? Absolutely not. But you see, our God, who carries every single one of our burdens, knew that even if he would subtract every single problem, every time something would come up, that he would take it away, the underlying problem is still there. Our greatest burden of them all, which is sin. God carried that burden. Jesus took it to the cross. It tells us that he is a God who saves us. He saves us not just from problems and trials and tribulations in this world. He saved us from this world so we can live in a place with no problems or tribulations or trials. God carries our burdens, everyone, so we don't have to carry them alone. But he carried the heaviest burden alone as he took it to the cross, so that he would be that God who saves us from this world to live in his world in heaven forever. I pray that God's word will work through your heart today, and no matter what you're going through, help you know that your God is right there next to you. He feels your pain. He knows your emotions. He loves you so much, like a father loves their children. He loves you so much, even more than I could even love my children. He loves you because he gave his son that you would live in him. And he will continue to carry all your burdens until that day when you will have no burdens and you will live in him. May God bless you. And may you be filled with comfort and joy to know your God is right there next to you.